Home service business owners have one huge problem, and they are begging to pay people like you and I, aspiring entrepreneurs, to fix that problem for them. The problem is that 78% of customers will hire the first company that gives them a quote. So if you don't respond to that lead quickly enough, you've lost it. They don't want the best company or the cheapest company. They want the one that gives them a quote the fastest. So if they take 24 hours to get back to you because they're busy on a job site, they're losing money. We're going to help them fix that today in two ways. Number one, we're going to use a no-code tool to build a solution for them. And number two, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to find business owner customers that will pay you upfront and every single month to use this tool. And as a little bonus, I'm even going to find a customer right here on camera in front of you, live, no audience plants. And another problem that business owners have is that they don't know how much money they're making. So in this video, I'm also going to build a job profit tracker that you can sell to the same business owners that you're reaching out to about the instant quote builder that you're building for them too. Get your foot in the door, sell them more stuff. Don't know how to code? Great, neither do I. Luckily, we can use AI for that. First thing I'm going to do is go over to lovable.dev. If you're unfamiliar with Lovable, it's an app where you just describe what you want built and it builds it for you. The front end, the back end, the database, authentication, payments, everything, all from a conversation. It's a great tool for non-technical founders such as myself. They've had over 40 million projects built on the platform. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Uber, HubSpot, they all use them. And so do independent entrepreneurs such as ourselves. Okay, so what you're about to watch is from a non-technical founder with no coding knowledge, and you can use the same tool at the link in my description. Okay, in my experience, the best way to prompt a vibe coding app like Lovable is to first ask ChatGPT to give you the best prompt for it, for that specific tool. And that's the only thing we're going to do in ChatGPT today. Okay, I'm going to hit thinking on the dropdown, and this is my whole prompt. Considering everything you know about Lovable, give me a very thorough prompt that I can give to Lovable to build an instant quote generator tool that I plan to sell to garage door repair business owners. I want it to know that I'm not a garage door repair business owner, that I'm selling it to them, because that's going to build a different product. And I also want it to know that I'm going to give this to Lovable, not to a different vibe coding app, because it knows exactly how to massage Lovable to get the best possible result. I'm also going to say this will be a web app, not a mobile app, but it must be mobile friendly. I hit thinking on the dropdown and I'm going to go. Okay, boom. I'm not even going to read this. Looks good to me. Hit copy, back to Lovable. I'm logged in. I have an account. Paste it. Oh, geez, this is huge. Holy crap. Okay, not only did it give me a huge prompt, thousands of words, but it told me what to prompt it with afterwards. It gave me 5 additional prompts as follow-ups once it starts building the thing from the original prompt. So let's copy that. Paste it to Lovable, build. You know what? I'm kind of impatient, so I'm going to open a second Lovable tab and prompt it to start building that profit tracker for garage door repair businesses at the same time. And yes, I'm going to use ChatGPT to prompt that as well. So I said, perfect. Now I also want to build a job profit tracker for garage door repair businesses on Lovable as well. Give me the prompts needed for that as well, mobile friendly, etc. Okay, there's my prompt. Copy it, back to Lovable, paste, we'll get it cooking. Okay, now we go back to the original one, the instant quote generator, and it just wants approval to start building. Boom, approved. And we'll go ahead and enable browser notifications so I don't waste any time. And same deal over here, we'll approve the job profit calculator as well. So remember, this quote builder is going to live on the business owner's website. It'll ask potential customers a few questions about their garage, their home, their needs, and it will provide an instant ballpark quote form while also capturing them as a lead so the owner can retarget them if they don't close. You can see right here, it's doing phase 1, enabling Lovable Cloud, database schema, RLS. I don't know what that means, but it looks cool. And then on the other app, looks like it's stopping to think, it's migrating things, editing the logo, site header, footer, marketing layout, etc. It's like it's an AI agent that's doing stuff for us while we browse other websites. Okay, that took about 8 minutes and we have a preview here. Instant garage door repair quotes for your website, free trial, see demo quote form. That's awesome. So not only did it build the app for me, but it built the website for me to sell the app from. I'm assuming that was in the prompt from ChatGPT, but I wasn't expecting it because I didn't read the whole prompt, but that's huge because, you know, you can't just sell a web app without a website. So let's click see demo quote form. Step 1 of 5, name, phone, email, street address. Continue. Okay, let's say I have a door off track. You know what? I might want to check more than one of these. So I'm going to ask the app to fix that. This is great. Within 24 hours. Wow. Okay, there it is. Request callback, book service. Super clean. I love it. Okay, and if we check on the profit calculator, we're going to look at preview. Know your profit on every garage door job. Okay. Kind of the same thing. You can see the website where you'll be promoting it and then see the demo, start your free trial. Okay. I don't know what I would change. It's done with phase 1 through 3. It took about 12 minutes for that. Okay. We're now to the billing portion. It's recommending paddle. Cool. I'll just say yes. Okay, so it's going to enable payments for me, accept payments globally, sales. It's just like, I just want to take a minute and say, how crazy is it that with one click, I can have all of these things right here done for me without knowing anything about any of them? Okay, of course, it needs my business name, legal info, etc. Now, I'm assuming it's recommending paddle because that's one of the only payment platforms that already has a built-in integration with. They probably cut a deal in the back end, but whatever. It's easy for me. It's frictionless. I've never used paddle before for anything, but it's worth it to me if I don't have to worry about what an API document is or how to integrate something that I know nothing about. Okay, it's asking if we should add products in a checkout. Sure, click that button. Okay, what should happen when a customer's 14-day trial ends and they purchase a plan? Do we want to unlock plus a welcome email or just unlock immediately? Let's say unlock immediately. When a customer cancels their subscription, when should access end? The end of the billing period. How should upgrades and downgrades work? Immediate. I'm just going to go with its suggestions for all of them, because they seem to be pretty good. Now, if we go to the instant quote generator, see what's happening there. It said it's done with phase 2, say the word, and I just said go. So now it's going through the whole payment provider process. Okay, same thing over here, enabling payments. It wants names and prices for the 2 plans. I'm gonna get a little aggressive. Come up with it yourself. Now, here's something cool that I like. It's asking me if it wants me to ask it each time it's going to make a change, or if I should just always allow it. I'm going to go always allow. I'm a trusting guy. Boom. The apps are ready to publish. We're going to click that, publish the domain, make it public. Door Quote Pro. It came up with that name itself. Publish. Door Profit Pro. Same thing. Let's go live. All right. Now all we have left is the Door Profit Pro to publish. And it looks like during the readiness check, something broke. So I'm just going to click Ask Lovable to fix. Okay, we don't want to buy a custom domain for this. We're just going to click public, continue, publish. Okay, we are now published live on the internet for anyone in the world to see. If you were to go to this domain or to the other domain, you would see exactly what I see here. We can use the app right here with the demo form, or we can start a free trial. We can pay, we can accept payments, everything. We can make edits. If we don't like the design, we could take a screenshot from a better looking website, add it to the Lovable and say, hey, make it look like this. We can do whatever we want. We just wanted to make this quick and dirty so this video isn't longer than it needs to be because your time is valuable. Of these 2 apps, I think I prefer the instant quote generator more, or the one I'm about to show you, which we're going to use to acquire customers. I think I like the profit calculator the least of the 3 because I think it's just going to be the hardest to sell. And here's the profit generator. Okay. Same thing. We can make changes to the user interface, to how it functions, to whatever we want, but it's all ready to go. Okay, 2 apps are done. We've got our profit per job calculator and our instant quote generator, both built for the garage door repair guys out there. But that's all fine and good, okay? There are a lot of videos that do what I just did. I'm not gonna lie. But what you don't see on YouTube is people showing you how to actually find customers live. Like not just hypothetically, here's how I would do it. Here's how I'm doing it. And I'm going to do it by the end of this video. You don't have to cold call. You don't even have to cold email. You don't have to go knock on doors. It's not that hard. I'm about to show you it's actually very, very simple. You can do it in just a few clicks in a few minutes. This is something that you could charge $20 to $200 per lead for, as in every time they get an after hours call, you swipe their card, or you can charge hundreds of dollars per month for this, and it costs you close to nothing per month. So without further ado, let's get started. I had to start by brainstorming some high-ticket home service businesses that are likely to get after hours calls. Why high ticket? Because they can pay more for leads. Why after hours? Because those guys are more likely to need my service. Like if your toilet starts spewing water at 10 p.m., you're going to call a plumber. But plumbers are actually a lot more sophisticated than you might think because private equity has already gotten a hold of the big 3, plumbers, HVAC, and electrical. So I'm not going to go there. I'm going to go for something high ticket, something that gets after hours calls, but that hasn't already been attacked by private equity. And I chose garage doors. It costs between $400 and $2,500 to get your garage door fixed. And if you're trying to go somewhere at 10 p.m. and that thing won't open and you can't leave, you're going to call a guy. And most likely, that guy's sitting at home with his phone on silent watching Netflix with his wife. And he's losing out on hundreds and thousands of dollars until you come in, until I come in. So I'm going to start by scraping a database, removing all the landlines, because I want to text these business owners. And then only after I have an interested fish on the hook, am I going to build an AI voice agent? And it's literally going to take me seconds. Okay, now before we reach out to owners in this industry, we need real phone numbers. Let's scrape them. So once we're in Outscraper, we're going to go to Brand, Google, Google Maps, Data Scraper. And I'm going to say garage door, not supplier. I'm going to go to Dallas. So I'm in DFW, and I want to choose DFW cities because it's going to be more likely for me to close customers here, even if I never have to meet them in person, because people want to buy from people that are local. So I'm just going to type in a handful of DFW cities: Fort Worth, McKinney, and Allen. These are like some of the biggest suburbs in Dallas-Fort Worth area. All right, maximum results. I'm going to do 1,000, and you can choose one of these packs. I just want their phone numbers, honestly. Phone is not blank. That's all I want. All right, we're going to click Get Data. Now it'll give me an estimate of how much this costs. $9.28. Boom, 8 to 30 minutes. Now, it was interesting that Google Maps doesn't have a garage door repair category. I was kind of surprised by that because they have thousands of categories. But if you at least search the keyword, it's going to show me some garage door suppliers and some garage door repair companies. So I'll just have to filter out the irrelevant results. Now I'm going to go to tasks. Says it's in progress. Okay, while the scrape is running in the background, we're going to start on building the voice agent. All right, so I am going to log into my HighLevel account, and I'm going to use their AI employee feature. And they do have like a 30-day free trial for AI employee, which means you can test and launch and validate this business without spending hardly any money. You're going to spend a little bit on the scrape, a little bit on the texting software, but we're talking under $100, and you can know if you're in business or not. All right, so I'm going to go down and do Explore Voice AI. Okay, look at this. This is brand new. I've not set up anything beforehand. I'm going to click Create Agent, and I'm going to create Custom Agent. I'm going to say Chris's YouTube video, business name, Chris's garage door repair, voice Jessica. Jessica sounds good to me. My time zone. We're only setting this up for inbound calls, and we're going to change the welcome message to just say, hey, you have reached Chris's garage door repair. How can I help you today? Okay. Knowledge base. Now, in time, after we actually launch this business, we do want to import a knowledge base, which you can use ChatGPT to generate. A knowledge base is just going to be something like, here's our price for a double garage door repair, a single garage door repair. Here's our surcharge for after-hour calls. Or maybe the whole knowledge base is just like, let me get your info. We'll call you first thing in the morning. Or it responds with, let me patch you forward to the owner real quick, which you can also do with this. Most of these people will know that they're speaking to an AI, but they'd rather speak to an AI than nobody. And when they call your competitors, they're not speaking to anyone. It's just going to voicemail. So in a perfect world, you use the AI to get their generalized data, name, phone, email, address, and then you patch them through to the owner, especially if the AI can discern that they are highly motivated to get a job done ASAP. All right, names to collect. Name, we don't need their email, address, and we're already going to have their phone number. So let's just do name and address. I want to receive an email when the call is over. And I'm not going to mess about triggering a workflow with this because that gets a little complex, but it's not even necessary for this. Okay, let's go to my phone number pool. I have a number saved in my HighLevel account. That's a local area code number, which is another reason why I want to scrape people here local to DFW. And my working hours for this agent is going to be 24/7. All right, now let's go ahead and test this thing out. Let's see if it works. I'm going to put in my number. This is my personal cell phone number attached to this iPhone right here. And I saved the number because my phone normally ignores unknown callers. So I saved it. Let's see how it goes. All right, it's calling. That didn't take long.
Hey, you have reached Chris's garage door repair. How can I help you today?
Yes, my garage door is not opening and I need someone out here as soon as possible.
Got it. That sounds frustrating. Let's get this sorted out quickly. Can I get your name, please? I'll make
Chris.
sure everything's set up for a prompt callback.
My name is Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Just to confirm, that's CHRIS, right?
Yep.
All right. Thanks for confirming, Chris. Could you please give me your address so we know where to send our technician?
123 Maple Lane.
Thanks. Just to confirm, that's 123 Maple Lane, correct?
Yes.
Thanks for confirming your address. A team member will reach out to you as soon as possible to get this taken care of. We always aim for a quick response. Is there anything else you need help with right now?
Nope, that's it.
Thanks again, Chris. Someone from our team will be in touch shortly to help with your garage door. Have a great day.
All right, 1 minute, 14 seconds. It got my information. Let's see what got captured here in high level. There's the exact transcript. The recording is available. It just hasn't been uploaded yet, so it will be there. There's a summary. Then you click save, and then I will get an email summary of the call as both the agency owner, the business owner, and the garage door owner would get an email of that as well. So that's literally it. We talked about these AI voice agents. I just created one. It took a couple minutes. What's crazy is like 6 months ago, I emailed this guy from this company that was Silicon Valley funded, and it's an AI voice agent for small businesses like these. And he raised a ton of money. He's got employees and he's doing great. He's crushing it. And I'm sure his calling service has a ton of other features that we can't create in just a couple minutes. But what's crazy is now, just a few months later, we can recreate that same experience, almost the same experience, with just a few clicks under a 30-day free trial. But let's get back to my scrape and see if I have this list of all these garage door business owners. All right, it says it's going to finish in about 10 minutes. Okay, quick pause. This is the detail that most people miss. So when you actually set up this AI voice agent for a business owner, you're going to want him to have his own dedicated phone number, or you can port in his existing phone number, use HighLevel to create a workflow after that call is made to forward the homeowner directly to the business owner, but only if the homeowner asks a few questions in a certain way. So maybe they say, it's not urgent. I just wanted him to know that I have this problem. Cool. I'm not going to forward you. But if they say, my pipe is burst, my house is flooding, please let me talk to the owner. I need him here now. Then you would just tell the AI in this very simple workflow builder to forward the call on to the owner. And if he doesn't answer, then you can set up secondary and tertiary people for the AI to forward on the number to. Okay, we're going to do one more thing to set this up and then start texting. Now, if you click switch to advanced mode, you can go into ChatGPT and say, hey, I need you to make a knowledge base or a script for my AI voice agent. You are an after hours AI voice answering service for a garage door repair company called Chris's Garage Door Repairs. And you can plug in this exact prompt that you see here with the background info, instructions for handling callers queries, general rules for handling callers queries, and script instructions. You don't need to think of all these things yourself. Just have ChatGPT do it for you. That's your knowledge base. It doesn't need to be complicated. It's basically one prompt. And then every time a call is made, it's going to refer to that prompt and answer accordingly. All right, let's see if our scrape is done. Boom. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to click the Google Sheets button and transfer all this data into Google Sheets. Boom, look at that. How beautiful. How many results do I have? Highlight the column, look down here, 513 results. Awesome. What did it cost me to run this scrape? $1.11. $1.11 for over 500 results. Can't beat that with a stick. Now, this is a very important part of the process. We need to clean up this data because there's too much going on here. 90% of these columns we don't need. So I'm going to show you exactly how to clean these up in the most efficient way. These are all the columns I'm going to delete. I'm going to delete almost all of these columns. I want the name of the business. I want the website. I want the address. But most importantly, I want the phone number. There's the phone number in column Q. And there's another phone number in column AA. That one's going to be more accurate because this one came from Google Maps, which is more exhaustive. And this one came from Company and Insights, which is probably some database like Manta. And those are a lot more hit and miss. I mean, you can see that only about 60% of the numbers are present. So we're going to delete column AB, and then we're going to delete all of these other columns. Boom. Let's put filters on here. They're all categorized as garage door suppliers because there is no category for garage door repairs. But here's what you can do. Highlight column C and column B. Go to Format, Conditional Formatting, Format Cells if text contains repair. Boom. Now we can see in green all of the businesses that have the word repair in their name. And we're going to start there. Now, granted, there will be a lot of other ones that don't have the word repair in their name that still repair garage doors, but we're just trying to keep this simple for now. Then you can sort by color, fill color, green. Okay. So now we're only left with 144, which is okay. And some of these companies just have multiple locations, but it's the same company. To keep this simple, I want to identify the repair companies more easily, but I'm still going to enrich all of the data because I only have 542 leads. So after I remove all the landlines and bad data, I don't want to be left with too few leads. So the most important thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to column AA where the phone number is, And I'm going to go find Control F, click these three dots, and I want to find +1 space. I want to remove all of the +1s in all of these phone numbers because I want to standardize them. And then I'm going to find all the dashes and replace those with nothing because I want to standardize them. So now on all the phone numbers, you can see they're standardized. But some of these businesses have one phone number, but 10 locations. So I want to remove all the duplicates. So now I'm going to highlight all the cells. I'm going to click Data, Data Cleanup, Remove Duplicates, Data header row, unselect all, go to column AA, phone, and I'm going to remove duplicates based on everything found in column AA. Boom. There are only 10 duplicate rows. That's good. Now also, I'm going to do something very important here. I'm going to sort them all by phone number, and I'm going to make sure that there are no blanks. And this will be important for a reason I'll show you here in a minute. I'm going to delete all of these columns, even that phone number. I don't need any of this stuff. Now remember, this data cleanup process will be the same no matter what industry you're in. This is not just for garage doors. So don't skip over this part. This is important. All right, now I'm going to sort these numbers by fixed line, landline, or mobile. And I'm going to delete everything else. See, a lot of these, it doesn't know if it's fixed line, landline, or mobile. So I'm going to delete them because I don't want to take the risk. I'm only going to keep these cell phone numbers. Now we started at 512 or 540. We're left with 153 cell phone numbers. So I'm going to delete these columns. I don't need them now. And I'm left with all these. Okay, cool. Okay, 50 strangers, cold text. Let's see what happens. Remember, 50 is not all that much. A 1% close rate from these texts would be huge. So if that number is true, then we might not even get one person. So we'll have to expand the scope from there if we don't. So we're going to go over to StraightText. And this is my favorite app for doing bulk texting. I love it because it sends your text from your MacBook or from your iPhone. You don't have to have an iPhone or MacBook to use it. You can use Android, you can use PC, but it is statistically proven that texts have a higher response rate and higher open rate if they are in blue, because about 2/3 of Americans use iPhones and they trust text more if it's in blue. Don't kill the messenger. So we're going to click New Broadcast, and we can put in custom variables like first name or last name, but we didn't scrape those. We're not worried about this for this. So I'm going to duplicate this sheet and I'm going to randomize. If you still don't believe that there's no audience plant after this, then I just can't help you. If you use this formula, equals rand, open and then close parentheses, and then double click it, that will add a perfectly randomized number into each cell. And then if you sort it, smallest to greatest, greatest to smallest, it will perfectly randomize this list, okay? And so I did that here, and then I'm only going to text 50 people. Now remember, actually, let me do this. I want to sort by the ones that have repair in the name, and then everything else is random because I want to text people that are more likely to be my customers. So I'm going to delete everything after this row because I'm only going to text 50 people. And then if we want to go back and text the other 80 or so, we can go to this tab right here. So about half of these have, exactly half of them have the word repair in their name and the other half don't. So we're going to go File, Download, CSV, back to StraightText. We're going to do this, upload CSV, choose file, Outscraper, 50 valid phone numbers found, and then I'm going to type my message. So you don't want the message to be over 160 characters because then it's going to be 2 SMSs. And then if it does go out via Android and not iMessage, it's twice as many. It just breaks up the text. It doesn't look as good. Also, the best reason to not make your first text too long is shorter texts have a higher response rate. That's just a fact, right? You're going to want to tell them everything all at once because you're excited. Don't. I'm just trying to validate that they own the business that I think they own first. We'll get to the sales pitch later. So here's my pitch. Hey, I'm here in Dallas. Do you fix garage doors? I found you on Google Maps. Chris, I'm going to say, do you still fix? Because that's going to cause them to be like, yeah, I still do. Why wouldn't I still be in business? I'm putting my first name in there so they can see it's coming from a real person. I'm putting the word Dallas in there so they can see that it's someone local. So yes, they are thinking that I need my garage door fixed, but that's just how the pitch has to be if we want them to respond. So this is all going to be in real time. Okay. It's 10:23. We've been at this for about 42 minutes so far, and we're going to send a text to 50 people. It does say undifferentiated messages, your iMessage could get blocked. It is good to put a city name or a first name in there. I highly recommend that. I'm not going to because I didn't take the time to scrape the first names and only some of these had city names. But you know what? I take that back. I'm going to add city names. I'm going to do something a little tricky. I'm going to add a handful of different city names just to make the text more personalized. All right. We're going to download CSV. Boom. All right. Now that we have 50 phone numbers, they're all cell phones. Half of them have the word repair in their name. Half of them don't. We've added city names so we can personalize the text message. We want them to be somewhat unique. They won't all be unique because there's not 50 different cities, but they'll be more unique than not having any custom variable in the text. So we're going to click upload CSV, and I'm going to say, hey, I'm here in Dallas. I'm here in first name, because remember, I put the city name under first name. And then I'm going to click save broadcast, and then I need to see that they look okay. So you can see that it successfully imported the first names or the city names as first names. Now let's do it. Let's see. All right, look, you can see here as they send, is it blue? Is it green? Android versus iPhone. And is it putting in the right custom variables? This says it's putting in Plano in this case. So what's cool is if I go over to my iMessage, boom, there's the text right there. They're sending green, green. That one was red. Boom, first response. So I am surprised to see so many Androids, maybe because they're Google Voice numbers or something. But look at these responses I'm getting. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4 responses out of 12 sent. Go over here. Now, I'm not going to respond at all until all 50 are sent out. All right, let's hit the fast forward button on this. We're done. Look at this. 50 cent, all done. Here we go. Boom. Look at our analytics. Boom. Let's see what our response rate is in the first 5 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 out of 50. That's like 30%, over 30% in the first 10 minutes, which means we'll probably end up around 60 or 70%, which is insane. I mean, look at all this. Okay, let's get to responding. All right, so I just kind of made this up on the spot. Awesome. Do you answer your phone after hours? The reason I ask is because I created an AI voice agent that will, I'm going to say, for garage door repair companies, that will answer your calls 24/7, and you only pay me $50 when you close a lead from one of those calls. No contracts, no money up front, no risk, free setup, you have nothing to lose. And the AI agent sounds like a real person. All right, that's my pitch. I haven't optimized it. I haven't A/B tested it yet. I just made it up on the spot. I want them to know it's for garage door repair. It's for them. I want them to know that I'm local, like them. They have nothing to risk. They don't have to pay me anything up front. They don't have any contracts. Now, if this business grows and it's successful, then I'm probably going to change this pricing. I might require a contract. I might require money up front. I might require a monthly retainer in addition to per lead, or maybe only a monthly retainer. I don't know what I don't know yet. But anytime I'm launching a business, I don't want the price to get in the way of the business being successful or not. If this business doesn't work out, which most don't, I don't want it to be because of the price. I want to have a killer offer, even if it doesn't make me a lot of money. So then I can adjust and raise my prices later on. So I'm going to copy this. And don't get me wrong, if there's demand for this, I will start this business today. Like, you don't need to twist my arm to get me to start a business. I'm going to put my full name in there. Boom. All right. I'm going to just count how many times I send it. 2, 3, 4, 5. They said no. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That guy said he doesn't fix them. 18. All right. I've sent my pitch to 18 people. That's 18 out of 50. About 20, 21 have responded so far. We're closing in on a 50% response rate. Only a couple of those said they don't repair. So as suspected, we can rest assured that most of those garage door supply companies are actually garage door repair companies. And maybe about 10 to 15% of them are actual supply companies. All right, let's count our no thankses here. No thanks. Oh, that's another pitch. That's 19. 19, yes, I repair. Oh, any interest? Yes. Okay. That's a good sign. Guys, I don't know these guys. I don't know anyone that fixes garage doors. Go Google this guy's phone number. It's an actual garage door repair business owner here in DFW. I'm like, I have tingles. I don't know if you can see that. I literally have tingles on the back of my neck right now because I just got a yes. Like, no, I don't have his money. Yes, he probably won't close. Most deals never close. But I got a yes in under an hour, guys. Look, 10:39. You see my clock? We started at 9:41. It's been under an hour. Okay, that's 20. Not interested. Okay, so these are really good numbers. Let's extrapolate real quick. 550 garage door companies, like 5 cities in DFW, but that was probably half the population. Okay, so let's say there's 1,000 garage door companies in DFW. DFW is about 2%. It's really closer to 3. Let's say 2% of the US population. Okay, so 1,000 times 50, because to get 50 is 2%. Just take my word for it. 1,000 times 50 is 50,000. So we're talking about 50,000 garage door repair companies in the US. Let's be conservative. Let's say there are 30,000, 20,000. It doesn't matter. Okay. And already I have one of 50 to say, yes, I'm interested. I want that. I don't know that he'll close, but one of 50. Okay. That's a 2% yes rate, not response rate, but yes rate. That's massive. If I can close 1 out of every 2 of those, which I really think is conservative, then that means I can close 1% of everyone I text. Okay. So if there's 20,000 in the country, I text all of them. That's 200 customers. They each pay me $500 a month for this. That's $100,000 a month. $100,000 a month. $1.2 million a year. Your costs are almost nothing. You don't need employees. If interested, we'll reach out at a later date. For now, we handle everything in-house. It's not a no. And here's the thing. All those other people that didn't even text back at all, they don't know what I offer. I could easily convert them at the same rate, right? So I'm getting a 2% yes rate after only 40% of people have responded. So to think that I could convert 1% of these is very, very conservative. So today I've shown you how to build 3 different things in 2 different tools, 2 apps with Lovable, 1 app with GoHighLevel. So go build something. More importantly, go sell something. You now have the playbook. You could have done this same outreach method with the profit calculator app or the pricing calculator app. It doesn't have to be led with the voice agent. That's just how I chose to do it here. Guys, Lovable just works. They support the channel, so I support them. I use their app on a regular basis. You just describe what you want. And if you don't know how to describe what you want, ask ChatGPT or Grok or whatever to describe it for you, and you build it. It has self-healing code. You just click a button, fix this. You own everything. You can export it from Lovable so you don't have to keep it like locked within there. You can put it in GitHub, WordPress, whatever you want. Lovable has an amazing mobile app. So when you're on the go, you can make edits to these apps. You can publish, you can do whatever you want to do on the mobile app that you need to do on the web app as well. It has all the security, SOC 2 compliant, ISO compliant. This is built for people, not for developers, not engineers, people with ideas like me and you. So if you want to build something for yourself, please use my Lovable link below and you get a free month if you use promo code TYCreator26. Please share this with a friend and we will see you next time on the Koerner office.